welcome to my vegan kitchen. I'm Michelle. So, you know how I make really easy and delicious recipe for you guys? Well, this recipe is no different, but this recipe is low carb, gluten-free, and soy-free. So, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, tap on that bell, and let's cook. So guys, this recipe is so easy. The first thing I'm gonna do is get my cast iron skillet heated up. I'm gonna get that ready to go. I'm just gonna add a little bit of oil right in the pan and let that start to heat up. While that's heating up, let's talk about these ingredients. If you have been watching my show, my cooking show, you guys know I usually won't do any kind of vegan processed meats. However, this was on sale. I read all of the ingredients and they're pretty clean, so I'm gonna suggest it. Plus, I've cooked it before and it's so easy and so delicious. So let's get into the recipe. I'm gonna use these sausage links. You can see I already used 2 out of them, and you don't need much. You're just gonna pop them right out of the container just like this. And then we're gonna cut them in desirable sizes. So just enough where we could get it right in our pasta and we're able to take a bite and it's satisfying. Once we get that chopped up, I'm just gonna place this right in the skillet. And then I'm just gonna space that out and I'm gonna allow that to get nice and brown. So like I said, guys, I don't usually do processed vegan food, but this recipe was too easy and it's really delicious. So I just really wanted to share it with you guys. Right now, I'm just gonna chop half of a yellow onion and I'm gonna do some white mushrooms. All right, guys, let's check on the sausages while I'm chopping the vegetables because I can hear them sizzling and I really don't wanna burn my sausage at all. I just wanna brown them on both sides. So just let's flip that over and make sure we get both sides nice and brown. All right, let's get back to chopping. And like I said, I'm just using white button mushrooms. You can use any type of mushrooms that you like. I just find these are inexpensive and they're easy to work with. And you can find them everywhere. They're not like those specialty mushrooms like oyster mushrooms or anything like that. But if you can find those, you can throw those right in this recipe. It will be absolutely delicious also. I also have some dinosaur kale. And I picked that up at the farmer's market this weekend, so let's get that prepared also. So with my kale, I want to remove this hard center. So as you notice, I just pulled the sides and then I'm just going to use my fingers and just pull it just like that because we really just want the leafy part of the kale. So I use my finger just to loosen it up and I'm going to pull it and get all of this kale all nice and situated just like that. All right, I had to check on the sausage. Come on in so you can see what it looks like. I don't want these to burn, so I think they're ready. And all I'm gonna do is remove them from the pan and just put them on the side in just a separate container until we're ready to add them back to this recipe. I'm gonna add my onion and my sliced mushrooms to the hot pan. Oops, I hope I don't drop any. That's perfect. All right, let's get that all in there. Move it around so we get a little oil going. And then we're gonna go back to deboning our kale. So now that we have our kale all deboned, we took the rib out basically. I'm just gonna lightly just kind of slice this a little bit. So I turned everything horizontal and now I'm just slicing it vertically. I just want to have little pieces of kale just like that. And the stems, I'm saving those because you can save those for stock or if you're not going to use it, just add it to your compost, but don't throw them away. You can add them to soup also. Just cut them up in like little pieces. All right, now we have our kale. I'm gonna add the kale to the pot because now the onions have become translucent and this won't overcook. So remember I said this recipe is easy? It's so easy because everything is pre-made. Literally, you could do this in about 15 minutes. So it's a great recipe for when you like get home and you're starving, but you really want to stick to your diet, your low carb diet. And like I said, it's gluten-free, it's soy-free for those of you who are concerned about soy. This is really easy. So I'm just using a store-bought marinara sauce. This is from Trader Joe's, and I like the roasted garlic because it has more flavor and I don't have to add garlic to the pot. Easy, right? I'm using these pasta noodles. These are Shirataki pasta noodles, and they're from konjac flour. So basically it's native to Asia and it is a root vegetable. So it's really healthy for you and it's low in carbs, low in calories, and it replaces flour pasta so easily. All right, let's bust this open because it's already cooked. Basically, all you have to do, let me grab my scissors. It's sitting in water in this little pouch, and I chose these noodles because they're easy for you guys to find. They're sold in almost every single grocery store. If you go in that little section where the tofu is, that's where you'll find these noodles. All I'm gonna do is strain off the water. And see, it looks like noodles, guys. And then I'm gonna rinse it really well under just lukewarm water. It doesn't have to be hot. See? That's what it looks like. All right, and then I'm gonna leave it on the side and just let it continue to strain off. While that's straining, we're gonna add this pasta sauce to the pot. And this is what my kale looks like. You see, it's still, I love this type of kale because it's very substantial. So it really holds its shape and its color very well. But I'm gonna go ahead and just pour in that pasta sauce. Put as much or as little as you want. I had half a jar, so that's what I'm using. I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this jar just to kind of loosen up the sauce a little bit. All right, we just kind of get everything mixed in here. But guys, you know me, we can't leave this like this. I have to add some of my seasoning to it. We kind of bring out some of the flavor. So let me go into my spice drawer and we're gonna grab some onion powder, some garlic powder, and let's go with some red pepper flakes. And I'm gonna give this a little bit of a taste just to make sure everything is on the up and up. Let's see. It's good. It's good. This is good. This is good. This is where we want it to be. All right, so now I'm gonna add in my noodles. We're gonna give it a toss. Get the sauce all on those noodles. And we're gonna just let these noodles cook for maybe about 2 minutes. Just get it married to the sauce. We really wanna get the flavor into these noodles. So now that we gave the pasta and the sauce about two minutes or so to get to know each other, we're gonna add in the sausage. And then we're gonna give them about a minute to get to know each other. They don't need to be friends that deep. Let the others be friends. All right, we're gonna give that a couple minutes. Now it's time to plate things up. So I got a nice bowl here. Let me grab the pasta. And here is our spaghetti. And you don't have to cover it, even though I have it covered now. That's just to keep it beautiful. Look at that. Ah, that looks good. All right, let's plate this up, guys. All right, let me get my pasta. And let's do this. Let's pretend I got my fork on my fingers, because I like things to look pretty. So let's make it look pretty, guys. Ooh. It's like the more I pull, the longer it gets. Pasta in there. There we go. Let's get some sauce. We're still getting some pasta. Oh, all right, get some sauce right there. That's nice. Let's get some sausage. Get it right on there. Okay, now let's grab a piece of basil. So we gotta give it a nice fresh taste. And there we go. There we go, guys. That is very delicious spaghetti, low carb, no soy, and it's absolutely delicious. So let's dig in. Now, you know I love vegetables, so I'm gonna go for the kale first. Let's get that, it's not too hot. This is real good. And let's get some of that sausage. That's nice. That's some really good sausage. And like I said, I'm not used to buying processed, but every now and then, especially if it's on sale, I'm gonna grab it and just try it out. But I always check the ingredients first to make sure there's not too many crazy things in there. All right, let's grab some of this spaghetti. I don't wanna get it all over the shirt, so let's dive in. If you've been on a low carb diet and you've been missing pasta, this is the dish for you. I am so happy and satisfied being on this low carb diet. So you guys know, or maybe you don't, but I'm doing vegan keto, and I know it sounds crazy and ridiculous because how could vegan be keto? But I love that I'm finding all these delicious recipes and I'm sharing it with you guys because it's good for you, especially if you're diabetic or you're trying to just lower your sugar and you don't know what recipes are out there. This is one for you. I want to thank you guys for joining me in my vegan kitchen. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, because I'm coming out with these recipes and I'm going to have lots and lots more to come. So tap on that bell so you get all the reminders whenever a new video has dropped. Bye, guys.